All right, in this video, we are going to be talking about central angles and arc measures. So a central angle is going to be an angle with its vertex at the center of the circle, in this case, center B. And then the two sides are the radii. So notice how here we have my center at B, AB is my radii, and then CB is my radii. And this is going to create a central angle. So we could say that angle ABC is a central angle that measures 84 degrees. The sum of all central angles in a circle is going to be 360 degrees, which should make sense because there are 360 degrees in a circle. The measure of the arc is formed by the endpoints of a central angle, and that's going to be equal to the degree of the central angle. So in this case, if I were to talk about the measurement of arc AC, if we know that the central angle is 84 degrees, then the arc measure is going to be 84 degrees. And then for ADC, which is this whole thing right here, I'm just going to do 360 minus 84. And that's going to give me 276 degrees. All right, so let's look at number 1 here, where we want to find each angle and arc measurement here. So for number 1, the first thing that I want is find the measurement of arc ST. Well, given that we know that SQT, the angle SQT is 122 degrees, then the measurement of my arc is also going to be 122 degrees. Now, the measurement of arc RS, notice how we have a semicircle right here. So I could just do 180 minus 122, which gives us 58 degrees for the arc measurement of RS. And then for SRT, that's basically everything except the 122. So I'm going to say 360 minus 122, which gives us 238. So this is going to be 238 degrees right here. For number 2, we want to find the measurement of the arc JK. Now, if we know that J and K is 21, then the measurement of the arc is also going to be 21 degrees. We want to find angle J and M. J and M. Notice how this is a vertical angle. So this is also going to be, So notice how for this one right here, we're looking at the angle measurement, not the arc measurement. So don't trust me on this one. We want to find the angle measurement. So J and M is this angle right here. Now notice how this angle right here and this angle right here will create 180 degrees. So this angle right here is going to be 180 minus 21, which gives us 159 degrees. Now to find the measurement of arc KL, since the measurement of angle J and M is 159, this tells me that angle K and L is also 159, which tells me that the arc measurement is also going to be 159. So this right here is going to be 159 degrees. For JKM, it's basically everything except J and M. So I'm just going to do 360 minus 159, and this is going to give us 201 degrees. And then for MKL, it's basically everything except this 21 degrees. So I could say 360 minus 21, which gives us 339. All right, pause the video, try number 3, and then play it once you're done. Okay, UXV. So UXV is this. If arc SW is 72, then we know that the center angle is also going to be 72, which means that this will also be 72. Arc ST. If we know that this is 72, and we know that angle TXU is 87, and we also know that this is a semicircle, we could say 72 plus 87 plus the measurements of ST, and that's going to be equal to a semicircle, or 180 degrees. So then we just got to figure out what that is by adding the 72 and the 87, and then subtract by 180. So ST is going to give us 21 degrees. WV is this one right here. So this right here is going to be vertical to this right here, and if we add these two angles up, the 21 and the 87, this is going to give us 108 degrees. For TW, that's just going to be 72 and 21, so that's going to be 93 degrees. And then for TVW, TVW is everything except the 93 degrees. So if I were to do 360 minus 93, I'm going to get 267. Now, of course, you won't get these easy peasy lemon squeezy problems. Instead, you might have to do some algebraic manipulation, just like number 6 here, where you want to find the value or measurement. So looking at number 6 here, we have 15x minus 6 for the arc measurement of RS, and then we know that the arc measurement of ST is 26. Since we know that semicircle is 180 degrees right here, I'm going to set these two, add them, and set them equal to 180. The negative 26 and the positive 26 will give me 0. So then we get 15x is equal to 180. So then if I were to do 180 divided by 15, I get x is equal to 12. And since I'm only finding x, I could just stop there. All right. Now, something like number 8 here, where we want to find x and then the arc the measurement of the arc, we'll have to find x, and then we'll substitute it to get the measurement of the arc AD, and then arc CD, and then the measurement of arc BDC. We know that these two arc measurements are going to be congruent to each other because they are vertical angles. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 8x. And then I'm going to add 22, which gives us 10 is equal to 2x, which means that x is equal to 5. Once we get x is equal to 5 for number 8 here. Wait, just kidding, that's 34. That should be 17. So once we get 17 for x, we are going to substitute in AD. So if I were to plug 17 in here, I'm going to get 8, 17 plus 12. Or I could plug in 17 here. You'll get the same answer. And once you do that, you'll get 170 minus 22, which gives us 148. Now for CD, if this here is 148 degrees, and we have a semicircle, Then I'm just going to do 180 minus 148, which gives me 32 degrees for CD. And then finally for BDC, it's basically everything except that 148. So I'm going to do 360 minus 148, which gives me 212. So essentially for this lesson right here, you're going to have to figure out what we are including or what we are not including in terms of highlighting probably what's the arc that we are trying to find. All right, so that's it for this lesson. Make sure that you guys do your exit ticket for this lesson and then your Delta Math.